I'm here with Shekhar Kapur, who's world-renowned as the director of the Oscar Prize-winning film Elizabeth. We are here at a social business summit. How come that you're involved in that, and what do you do there?
Social business is business that we normally do. It's the way of life. And I met Professor Yunus some time ago. I heard him, and I thought I was lucky to hear him because I felt he was another Gandhi. And I actually sat and cried when I listened to him, and I thought, this man knows what he's talking about, and everything that I have been fighting for in this world is encapsulated in the one little things that he said about the simplicity of what we do. And therefore I told him that there's anything he wants me to do, I would be very proud to do it. And so I follow him around a little bit and became friends with him. And I think social business is what we do, as I said earlier, is people call it eradication of poverty. It's just a name. If you give food to your starving neighbor, you don't say, I'm eradicating poverty. You're saying, I'm doing a human thing. It's naturally human. And therefore, all social business of what we do is naturally human. And so what you do is you become a human being again. And that's what social business is about. Now, there are complexities and the way you do it, and people need to understand that it's actually very simple. You just do it. You don't give a check of $1 million and say, I've done it. No, you go into the village and you do it yourself because you make a commitment. You make a commitment of being human. And that's what social business is.
So as a human, you decided to help personally and to get involved. How did you get involved?
So then there is a project. So I'm making a film called Water, Paani. Paani means water. And it's about the future of water, and it's what's going to happen to this world if we don't, and how soon we're going to have water as a weapon of economic and social control. And Professor Yunus heard about it, Hans heard about it, and said, in the process of writing this film, I got involved with a lot of water organizations all over the world. So I'm being seen as a kind of a water activist. They're much better water activists than I am, but I've become the kind of face of water activism in India. And so we decided to put up a social fund and create a community that is being provoked by the making of this film. And we create a fund that will invest in getting clean water to people and other social activities.
Yeah, is it on certain places, or like in which areas of the world do you focus?
Water-stressed areas, whether it's Bangladesh, India or Africa. We ask people in America not to think of something that is happening in Bangladesh as away from where I'm concerned. I ask people in India not to think of Africa as something where they are not concerned. We're all a world community and we're all concerned. So where does your house end? This is what I said, where does your prison, what are the walls that you create around your house that you imprison yourself in?
You said before, when you define yourself, you confine yourself. Like, you don't define yourself only as a film director. Like, what could you say to the community, how they should interpret that?
A definition is the need of the ego. If you say, I am, you don't know who you are. Your ego needs an adjective to I am. So you say, I am a father, I'm a filmmaker, I am this, I am that. And then you ask your ego saying, okay, can you define yourself without who you think you are? Because that's who you think you are. Okay, you're a father, you're a man, you are alive. Beyond that, who are you? Beyond that, who are you? And you won't be able to define yourself because your ego won't let you. Beyond that, you're a universal spirit. Beyond that, you're a particle of love that floats and came out of eternity, still lives in eternity and goes back to eternity. But your ego won't let you look at that, because if you are that, you have no use for your ego. And if you have no use for your ego will create so much fear in you till you try and define yourself. And then when you define yourself, you then go for that definition and get addicted to the definition. So I'm a filmmaker, then I have to be the best filmmaker in the world. That's your ego talking. Yeah,
so one last question. You are going to do the film Water. Is it already in production? When is can we expect it in the movies?
It's in pre-production, and we are hoping to start shooting in January. And it will hopefully hit the screens in early 2012.
Thank you very much for this interview.
Thank you. Thank you very much.